first question is, thank you again for being with us. I know
You are so welcome. It's my pleasure.
What and who were the inspirations that led you to become the founder and the executive director of Mending the Gap?
I lived in Connecticut for 18 years.
Okay.
I worked in corporate. I volunteered here and there in nursing home, but that was it.
Okay.
I moved to Georgia in 2004. When I moved here, I started volunteering again in some nursing homes and just being companionship to some seniors, calling out bingos and so forth. And then I got a job with the state of Georgia, started processing food stamp and Medicaid for senior citizens. What I did not realize was how much there was a need for support for seniors, what they have to go through, what they have to deal with just on a daily basis of making choices of eating healthy, by taking, just buying personal care items like toilet paper and cleaning products and so forth, until I started processing their benefits and processing $15 per month for them. It was very challenging, especially a lot of the seniors that lived by themselves and was abandoned by even their family, placed in nursing homes or even just trying to live independently and survive independently. So I had a senior that came into my office one day and she says, I literally have to use my laundry detergent to do my dishes, and I have to sell my car and get a scooter because she could not afford to purchase simple stuff that they were granted, like dish detergent. And so I started thinking, okay, what can I do to help, and I asked her where she lived, and she told me. I said to her, would you mind me bringing you a bag of stuff after church? And I said to her, you can't call in here to my job and tell them I'm doing this for you. So she go, yeah. I started bringing her a little bag, and so I started doing that for 1, 2 seniors in the community that was on my caseload. And that turned from doing the little bag here and there to about 15, 20 seniors I was trying to help out, just stuff out of my own pocket. Earlier though, back in 2006, I started a Bible study group in my home because I have a passion for women and for young girls based on my experiences of how do I encourage them and empower them and not allowing their past situation to deter them or, define of who they are. So we'd get together, we'd talk about stuff that we can do in the community, but most importantly about how can they lead a different life from where they're coming from. And we wanted to empower young people to say, you're more than just your clothes and just hanging out and have fun. And so we talk about giving back. How can we give back? We started giving back with domestic violence in the shelter, start providing help for the women. And so that nonprofit was established and was going in the meantime while I worked with the state. So I wanted to see how this ministry can branch into something more. And so that we could start actually giving back. So with me seeing the needs of the seniors and having a nonprofit that's already somewhat established to make a difference, we're thinking, now, why would I go outside and volunteer somewhere else when we can create something on the Mending the Gap? So basically, I went through a program through the coalition. It's Gwinnett Leadership. It was a 9-month program. And what it does is it helps you, get connected in the community, figure out how you can know what are the resources, where the resources are, and so forth. And so when I got into this program, it was about finding basic need support. And immediately I thought, okay, what can we do in this program? And it would be for seniors. I just suggested, can we just do seniors in our group? Finding out what the real needs were, the biggest need that was not being met were basic needs. A lot of people, a lot of programs provide food, like, Meals on Wheels and so forth, but there were not enough need for just basic needs, items such as toilet paper, paper towel, laundry detergent, personal care items. So that's where we started to work. and start finding out where the seniors are in the community. We wanted to serve low-income seniors. We started with seniors from the Housing Authority, from other low-income facilities, and that project was launched back in 2010. When I finished the program, when I was finished with the program, I pulled the program under Mending the Gap, changed the name. The name was Sister Circle. Changed the name to Mending the Gap, and included the young people as a part of the intergenerational program, which is connecting generation, because you want the young people to have an idea that they can actually be a leader.
Right.
They can give back. They can always make the influence they can make on the seniors, and vice versa. So that's how Mending the Gap came in.
Wow.
We wanted to bridge the generational gap, get the young people involved, but also provide support for our seniors.
Right.
And there come launch Mending the Gap. So now we moved from 22 seniors from the launch of the project in 2010 to now serving 350 seniors.
350
A month, yes.
a month
A month, yes.
out of this facility.
Out of this facility, yes.
Okay.
We pack that many bags and we take the services directly to the homes of the seniors,
Okay.
low-income seniors all over Gwinnett, from Lawrenceville to Beaufort to Loganville to Norcross. Yes, all over Gwinnett,
Wow.
free of cost.
Wow. That is incredible. Okay, now that really kind of segues into my other question, which is now what advice and encouragement you would give to our viewers about stepping out of their own comfort zone and accomplishing that dream that you discovered when you were little. You want to help, but you didn't know how. What would you encourage them? And how would you encourage them?
I think one of the biggest issues people have with helping, because they think they have to do so much.
Yes.
And what I say to anyone that want to make a difference or even have that desire is just to step out and do something. Even if that's not what you think God has called you to do, just step out and do something. Because God has a way of redirecting to where you're supposed to be.
Right.
And if you trust Him and just put one foot further, He'll take the next step.
Yes.
So it's basically just say, God, I just want to surrender my life to you and know I'm not here for me.
Yes.
I'm here for you.
Right.
And stepping out, and another barrier, people feel like they have to wait until everything is perfect.
Yes.
When I decided to do what I do, a lot of people start thinking, well, maybe you should wait, maybe you shouldn't. Last year, I've decided to quit my job and step out in faith to do ministry full time. And when I was doing that, people think I was crazy. No income. What are you doing? No insurance.
Right.
Why would you do that?
Right.
But when you start realizing that you're here for a purpose and not just for you, and you can get up every day, you can go to church, you can say, God, I trust you, and all that. But then if you go on the TV and you see the needs and you complain and you say, well, everything is going so wrong and the world is going to hell, and okay, what about what I can do?
Right.
Can I make a difference?
Exactly.
So if you just step out and says, let me do something, and that's what happened when this lady came to my office, when she started saying this is going on in her life, I asked myself, what can I do? Instead of sitting down and blame the state for just giving them $15.
Exactly.
But maybe there's something that I can do.
Exactly.
So it's just stepping out and know that you can make a difference, just one step at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then and saying that you became the answer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, become,
Wow.
try to be, the answer in some of the stuff that's going on instead of pointing to someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, okay, you do a lot here, but what activities here that you value the most? I know you enjoy being around. Yes. What are some of them? One particular. What activities do you value the most?
There's two things that I value most about our program. One is the fact that watching young people, that we're able to inspire young people to change.
Yes.
A lot of times people look at the younger generation and they think they're just fast and obnoxious and rude and loud and and so forth, and so they don't give them a chance.
Yes.
But I believe that when you give young people a chance to do something and to tap into their creativity, they can do a whole lot. And I love to see them get engaged. I love to see them come up with ideas. I love to see them connect with the seniors. And I love for them to realize that they can advocate for change. They can make a difference in the future to come.
Yes.
They can learn so much from the seniors.
Yeah.
And the other part of it, that joy that the seniors have, know that they're not by themselves.
Right.
And, they can impart wisdom to the young people. So it is that stigma between each of them, because I like to ask the young people, what do you think seniors say about you, and vice versa? And they have different concepts together, but then when they get together, they realize that they're a lot alike than they think, and that they can really make a difference in each other's life. The other part is able to help seniors stay in their home, live independently, and don't feel like they have to run to a nursing home.
Right.
A lot of seniors that we serve are grateful for our services because they're saying, I can stay home and know I'll get my bag every month.
Wow.
I have seniors that says, I just want someone to call me and make sure that I do wake up, because there are seniors that die into their home and no one knows.
Wow.
And so that companionship is very key for our seniors. So I went to visit a senior a couple of days ago and just sit there with her for 4 or 5 minutes, and she just cried the whole time. And she just keep hugging and crying and hugging because she lived by herself. And she was just like, before you came along, before Mending the Gap came along, I lived here. There were days I was hungry at home and no one knows because I lived by myself. So just to know that you're able to contribute to someone staying to their home, being healthy, being comforted, having companionship, and don't have to choose between eating healthy versus their medicine. It's a blessing.
Wow.
So just to know that God can just allow you to do that. It's amazing, because when I look at myself of what I'm doing, I never thought in a million years that I would. I keep asking God, like, are you serious? Especially from my background, and that's the reason why this is so important to me for young people and for people in general to know, because people tend to judge you based on where you come from.
Right.
And my goal is to inspire young people to say, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what happened to you in your past life or in your relationship, or you don't have to have a platform to minister to the lives of people. You can do it right where you are, just by taking baby steps and be obedient and willing to be a vessel. Right. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So.
I don't have another question, do I?
No, that's all.
I wanted to ask a question, but I want you to do it like as if she asked it. My question is, throughout this I guess from the beginning of you starting Sister, I remember the name Sister Circle.
Sister Circle.
I do remember that really clear.
Yeah.
And then Mending the Gap. What is something that you learned about yourself in the process that you don't think that you knew before? But answer like she asked.
One thing I learned
One
about
thing you learned
myself.
about yourself, yes, while going through that transition.
I learned that I can do anything if I just trust God.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. I learned I can really do anything. When I had my stroke, at first I started thinking, okay, maybe it was too much, and maybe I overdo it, and maybe I did a little bit. But there's one thing that God spoke to me about, and He said, I created you for my glory, for you to show who I am. You're my testimony. And He says, if you notice, I've always placed you in a position of miracle. Because a lot of people look at me through my stroke and say, I can't believe you can't tell.
No.
And God just, during my devotion, He said, because I always place you in a position of miracle, because you are telling my story.
Right.
I used to be concerned years of my life about, like, I'm alone all the time, and it's just me, and God started saying, no, I kept you isolated from me. So I can keep you focused to do what I call you to do.
Right.
So everything, that's why when I wrote my book, right, it says pain is a part of the plan.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean that you should always have pain. But for me, that's personal to me, where God is saying, all of what you went through, it was for this.
Right.
I needed you to go through this for what I was going to do with you.
Right.
So that's what I've learned over the years, that all of what I've been through since I was a child, since I was a baby, all the hurt, the abuse, I didn't know it until now.
Right.
That it was all for His glory. It was for my good, and it was for His glory. So that's my life.